Welcome back, guys, to the Wet Shaving Round Table. We are here, very awesome, on the 4th episode. So if you guys want to be a part of the conversation, you can tweet us at WS Roundtable, and we will try to answer your questions. And today we've got some very special guests. First off, I want to introduce Nick.
Welcome back, guys.
Nick Shaves on YouTube. Hey, Nick, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Happy to be here.
Thanks for having you here. Thank you so much. We also have very special guest, Arlie Canterbury. How you doing, sir?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you here. And we also have Always Say So Sharp Limited, The Truth, David Gonzalez. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. We hope everybody's doing really great.
Thanks for having you here. Thank you so much.
And we also have Marty Pape. How you doing, sir? Good to have you. We also have the man behind Twitter checking out what you're saying, Con Kazazidis. How you doing, sir?
We also have...
Hi, folks. How you going? Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone that's watching this hangout.
Yeah. And we also have the very own, the one and only, Douglas Smythe.
Oh, what's happening, folks?
Please don't chop off.
Wet shaving show, right?
Yeah, please do not chop off part of your mustache. That would be a very sad event.
Oh, no.
And also, I want to say, and I said it last week, but my mother's birthday actually is, it's on the 20th. So, as David called her, Mama Corner, happy birthday, Mom. Hope you're having a good one if you're watching the show. So, real quick, we'll get into some highlights of products. We'll start with David. What product would you like to highlight today, sir?
I actually have a couple products that I'm actually going to talk about. Well, just real quick to show you guys. I just finished using the Above the Tie S2, which is the slant open comb. Well, thanks to my buddy Alvin Burgess, I was actually he actually sent me the Above the Tie H2 and the R plate, which the R plate is the standard safety bar, and the H2 is the open comb. I'll be testing these out for the next week because I personally did not enjoy using the S2, as well as I have the very popular Paladin brush. I have here the PK47, which is in Blonde Badger. Fantastic brush.
Cool. Is that all you got right there?
Yeah.
All right. Just checking. You never know. We'll go with Marty. What do you got today, sir?
Blades with it are
Nice. Yeah, that looks awesome, man. Cool. Con, what do you got down under?
Okay, I'm currently enjoying Près de Provence,
Nice.
which is a lovely soap. Be mindful, use plenty of water with this thing because it tends to dry out a little bit, in my opinion. I'm enjoying Katie's Bubbles, Le Marche de Roussage, and Ralph Ost 5/8, which is really, really cool. I'm really enjoying the Ralph Ost at the moment, but that's it from me.
Wow. All right, let's get to one of our special guests, Arlie. You got any products you want to highlight today?
Kind of repetitive with the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
The Above the Tie
Nice.
R1 Atlas. just love this thing. I was actually turned on to it from one of my shaving buddies, Michael Watkins, Marty, and then another buddy, Todd Bryant. He had spoke highly of this for a long time. I was kind of reluctant due to the price, and then Michael sent me his out for a week to give it a try, and I fell in love with it. So the next thing you know, I've got an R1, an M2, and probably soon the S1. But we won't tell my wife about the S1. and then, of course, my very own namesake brush by Brad Sears, the Fat Arlie.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And Arlie, can you tell us a little bit the backstory on that? Like what was it called before? You told me the other day.
Before it was the Fat Arlie. Here's the actual certificate from Brad. And I don't know if you can see it, but it was called the Big Chubby. Because it's a large brush at 29 millimeters. It has plenty of girth and weight to it. And if you kind of look at me, I kind of have plenty of girth and weight to me as well. So we would joke around about this brush should be renamed the Fat Arlie. And the next thing you know, he renames it to that. So the name stuck.
Well, that's really cool, actually. I dig the name for the brush. I think it's awesome.
Just don't lose any weight.
And then as far as soaps, I wanted to talk. I'm pretty late to the game with Soap Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
But I've just been loving both the performance and the scent. I mean, I kind of bought this one for my wife. It's their inspiration, which is grapefruit, but I just can't get enough of it. I mean, it's just a truly fresh scent. Performance is up there with any of the big-name soaps, and Carrie and Darren are just great people to deal with. So,
Yeah.
excellent product.
Nice.
Cool. Nick,
Yep.
what do you got, man?
All right, I've been rocking recently the Smogue Owners Club here. They're Badger. This is a two-band finest.
Nice.
Really loving this brush. It's really soft, but it's also got a lot of backbone. But it's something. I'm a boar hair guy. I just love the boar brushes, but this I think really kind of stands out so far among Badger brushes, just because the amount of backbone in there. Pretty sweet.
Nice.
And I picked up a much less expensive razor than one of the above the tie razors, but the Shavecraft 101 from Icon.
It's not
Nice.
that much
Yeah.
cheaper.
It's about $70, so I guess, yeah, anyway. It's pretty sweet. I like it. It's got the dual head design here. You have a safety bar on this side, then this side's open comb.
How do you like that?
I actually don't like it. I like the razor, but I like this side so much better with the safety bar. I don't even use the open comb side at all. So
I actually have a question with that then, Nick. Do you feel that it kind of wastes your blades? Do you feel that you're just getting uneven blade wear, I guess you could say, or how does that work for you?
absolutely. So what I do is I just use the side with the safety bar, and then after like 2 shaves, I'll just spin the blade around, then I'll use the other side. I just use it like a single edge. I just don't like the open comb side, but the safety bar side gives amazing shape, so I'm really happy with this. I'm really liking this razor a lot. And then I got 2 soaps here. I picked up this one, New Bearsman Man Lava Oceana.
Nice.
Pretty sweet stuff. Really nice summer scent. Kind of light, a little bit florally. I think it has bergamot in there, a little bit of sandalwood. Really amazing. And then I've been rocking a Sterling soap here.
Oh,
Margaritas in the Arctic.
So that got menthol in that one?
Yeah, so it has. So I'm actually really sensitive to menthol. If there's a lot of menthol on a product, even though I love the menthol sensation, it just makes my eyes tear up and water like crazy. This has like a touch of menthol, just the right amount. It's a really, really nice product. Kind of has a lime and a little bit of like a tequila scent to it. I don't really know what they use for that, but pretty awesome soap. Been happy with these 2.
Cool, man.
Yep,
Awesome.
that's all I got.
All right. Well, I got just a quick story in a product that's not.
Hey, what about me?
I'll get to you. I know what you're doing. If you guys haven't noticed, Douglas, he's shaving. Looks good.
No, he's not.
How's the stash?
Perfecto.
Perfecto. All right. And we also have
Bulletproof.
Marty over here who's shaving his head. How's it coming, Marty? Is it looking good? It looks good, actually. Nice. Well, quick story, really quick. So in Chicago, I'm hanging out with Douglas Smythe, Arlie, a few other guys. David Gonzalez, I think, was there. It was so much going on. I don't remember who was all there at that specific moment.
I'm insulted.
No. Well, I don't know if you were sitting at the table. We had like 3 or 4 tables. It was a huge group sitting at this tiny pub. And Chris Cullen of Katie's Bubbles hands me this jar and says, smell that. What do you think of that? And I smell it, and I said, I think this is nice. And he said, I think some guys I've had smell it said it was too feminine. And I was like, man, I wish I could bloom this. And then Douglas said, well, rub it between your fingers so you can heat it up and smell it. So I did that. And I was like, yeah, I like it. And then later that night, I walked into the bathroom to wash my hands of the soap. And as I'm washing my hands, I sniff my fingers as a guy walks in, and I go, that's really nice. And he gave me a really bizarre look. So, yeah. But I just have to say, this Katie's Bubble soap, which I cannot reveal the name yet, I don't know all the details, but it's coming out soon, is wonderful. It's a rose, if you guys are into rose. And I think that's where guys are getting held up on it. They're thinking it's too feminine or something because it's rose.
To grandma.
Oh, this is a classic.
But I've got right here in this jar Clar Cabernet, which is a classic rose.
Yeah.
This is like your classic women's rose.
And that's a fantastic performer, man. Clark Cabernet or Cabinet, whatever. That's a great soap.
The Katie's Bubbles stuff is not, but when it comes out, I highly recommend you guys try it. And like any Katie's Bubbles stuff, if you don't like it, you can sell it or trade it real easy. But it's a great smelling soap. I'm just really excited about it. Now moving on to the captain. What stuff?
Who's on my left? Who's over here?
We got
Con. I got Con on that side of you.
Con's
Who's
on
on
you.
this side?
Yeah.
Marty.
Marty.
Marty, can you hand me the club man? Thank you.
Cheap gags.
Okay, just remind me. So, what I got going on today is, well, I'm using a little Crown King Sacre Bleu. You're going to love this when it hits.
Nice.
And with that, I'm also using the Crown King brushes. Actually, let me show you better. This is the Duro knot. But I'm testing these bad boys out.
Hold it up a little higher if you could, Douglas, because all of our faces
right there.
are blocking the logo.
Yeah, up higher.
A little bit more. There you go.
That's good.
And this is the Oxhorn.
Nice.
But yeah, very firm, very nice. Just did a shave with that. And I forgot to hit with some alum. But that's what I've been toying around with this last couple of weeks, really, experimenting with these brushes and whatnot with different knots. There's 2 different knots. And I don't know if you were paying attention to what I was doing here, but cold towel. 'Tis the season for the big slap in the face at the end with the cold chill or the big chill. And I'm doing it a little different. Rather than adding water to a cloth and putting it in the Ziploc and then throwing it in the fridge while I shave, instead of using water, I'm using aloe.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
You can get this at like Trader Joe's or health food store. This was like probably $8 maybe the most. Keep it in the fridge. Use this instead of water. Then stick the rag in the Ziploc. Put it in the fridge for an hour before you shave, and hit yourself with this at the end. It's awesome.
Nice.
It's really awesome. So that's
Yeah, you
what
gave
I'm
me a
doing.
bottle of that at the meetup.
Hang on, is that aloe or kerosene?
It's kerosene, of course.
Well, actually,
Marty, I'm going to switch venues here. Do you want to take the club man from me now before I leave the bathroom? Okay. You got it?
well, actually, I have to say, on Douglas's suggestion of putting something different than just water or something in towel. It's one of my older videos. It was kind of a goofy video where I it's like pampering yourself or something. I don't remember what the title was, but I actually used essential oils in it. I think I put eucalyptus in the hot towel, and that was awesome. So if you guys haven't tried doing something like that, if you got it time for your shave, it's really, really great. Well, guys, we are now to that part of our show.
Hang on. You've done goofy videos?
Oh, yeah, I do goofy videos all the time. If you haven't seen the sexiest soap around, you should check out that video. That one's awesome.
That's not goofy. That's R-rated.
Yeah. I don't know. I do weird stuff. Don't ask why. I don't know. So if you guys are out there watching and you would like to ask us a question, go to Twitter and tweet us at WS Roundtable so we can answer your questions. Also, if you are on YouTube right now, there should be a link that says join the conversation, and it looks like you guys have been asking tons of questions, so we will try to get to those. And you can click the link and it'll take you to another page, and you can ask us questions through G+/YouTube Hangout, and we will get to that. So, Con, let's jump on over to Twitter and see what question we got today.
Okay, we've got a question here from Chris. Remember, you can send us a tweet at WS Roundtable. That's at WS Roundtable. And the question is, how often do you thoroughly clean your shaving equipment, gentlemen? And what is the fastest and easiest way for you?
Let's start with Arlie. How about you, sir?
Every day. After every shave, I completely break down the razor. I will use a small toothbrush, and just kind of brush around the head. Of course it's a part, but I'll brush the head around the handle itself with just some hot, soapy water. Rinse it off and towel dry. And then about once per week, I'll take out the polish and I'll polish them up. The way I look at it, a razor is, a fairly large investment, especially on these high-end ones. So I want to take care of these things for the rest of my life, and hopefully, a nephew or someone will get this after I'm gone.
How about me?
All right, Douglas, what do you got?
No, I mean, will I get it after he's gone?
Oh.
Well, you sure. Absolutely. Why not? I'll go with this one. I've got.
I want that in writing.
You heard it here, folks. Arlie's giving his razors to Douglas.
Okay. I just wanted to get that recorded.
Let's start with Nick. How about you, sir?
My hat's off to Arlie. You put in a lot more time and effort to your razor care than I do, it sounds like. So, yeah, definitely tip of the hat to you. Honestly, after every shave, I take my razor, loosen it up, run it under water, and then I run it up my arm a few times, kind of like stropping the blade. I don't know if it makes a difference. It probably doesn't, but it's just something I've been doing from the beginning, so I do it every time. And I dip this razor. I have like a little jar filled with rubbing alcohol. And I just dip it in there to kind of help clean off some of the goo on there and help it, it's a more volatile liquid. Hopefully dry off the blade edge a little bit sooner. That's my daily care, and then whenever I change the blade, I just take the razor apart and I wipe it down with a cotton cloth and kind of clean out all the little tiny spots on here, make it look nice. But it's pretty much all I do.
Nice. David, how about you?
Well, in terms of what I do, since not lately, but primarily I like to straight razor shave, so I have to clean it up to a certain extent. In between the scales, I'll run some toilet paper to make sure to dry off any excess water that has gotten into near the pan, and just throughout the scales in general, because you don't want the water to get on the blade and cause oxidation. And I use also a microfiber cloth to actually clean the blade itself, just help prevent some scratches and just kind of take care of it a little bit. In terms of the DE razors, after every use, I take them apart, run hot water over them, and just clean them up with a microfiber towel and leave them out to dry separated.
Cool. Con, actually, I noticed you mentioned something in one of your videos. Someone asked this question. You said you had an ultrasonic cleaner?
Yeah, I have an ultrasonic cleaner, and they're fairly inexpensive these days. I mean, when they first came out, they were about $8,000. You needed a part of the budget of NASA to be able to afford these things. But now, thankfully, they've come down, and what I do is I put them through the ultrasonic cleaner every 6 to 8 weeks. But if I'm using one DE razor a week, then I'll clean it. I'll pull it apart after every shave and give it a good rinse. But I give it a thorough cleaning once a week. But of course, we all rotate through our DEs, so you know, when you're rotating through, I think it's quite easy for you to forget to give one razor some love. So I try and do it after every shave, more or less.
Oh, wow.
But the ultrasonic cleaners are generally a very, very good way of getting rid of a lot of stuff. And I recall one of the videos that Nick put out some time ago, and I absolutely concur with his sentiments on this. Proraso. You need to clean your DE razors every 5 seconds. Every time, you know, when you use Proraso, because that stuff leaves a lot of soap scum. It's nothing to do with the performance of the soap. It's just the soap scum, man. That stuff really leaves residue. So you've got to hit it virtually as soon as you finished your shave. Otherwise, you'll get this film forming on the razor. I don't know what if that's still Nick's experience.
I'm totally glad to hear you say that. I've noticed, you know, when I use Proraso, my brush handle's covered, my my handle, my safe, everything is just, it's covered. I don't know if it's an effect, but it also leaves me kind of wondering, you know, what's that leaving behind on my skin?
Yeah, Douglas, being a soap maker, maybe you would know, what is it about Proraso that's leaving the film or whatever?
Well, I mean, it's not only Proraso. I mean, Proraso, you're seeing it on your razor more and whatnot, apparently. But I mean, that post-shave feel that everyone talks about, that's not just like your freshly shaven skin. That's residue left on your skin from the soap and from the aftershave and from everything else you're putting on there. You know, it's just adding to the surface, the glide to the surface of your skin. But what's it putting on? It could be any. I mean, it's oils and butters. I don't know what else is in Proraso. I don't really use Proraso.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
About cleaning my razor.
Yeah.
I keep a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, a spray bottle, isopropyl, and then just after I shave, I spray it with that, and just rub it against. As Nick rubs it against his arm, the opposite way, I rub it against a towel, and I feel like the little pieces of I don't know, what is it, terry cloth, get in between the combs and whatnot, and that's about as much cleaning as I do. If I'm going to do a thorough cleaning, it's probably like after a month or something like that, I'll throw it in the dishwasher. I'll just, that's it. But I mean, I can go really, I'm a shower shaver, so I leave my razors on top of my shower door, or, I have one of those attachments inside of my shower. So it's not, I don't take the best care of my razor, aside from spraying. I figure like the alcohol just, it's my saving grace, because it'll just mix with the water that's on there, and it'll evaporate faster. But back to rotation, what Con was talking about, how we do tend to rotate razors, be it daily or be it weekly, and we might not get back to that one razor until a week later. And this goes for especially like single-edge razors. Make sure you take the blade out if you're not going to get to it for another week. Take the blade out of there, because they tend to rust faster than double edge. Yeah. And drop that in a little jar of alcohol maybe until your next use. Yeah. But I've been guilty of leaving them in there, and then I get back to it and it's all rusty and God.
Yeah, that's always not a fun thing to see. Hey, Marty, you have anything to add on the cleaning razors? Yeah. When I do it, and I don't clean them as often as I'd like to, but I think if you use some dishwashing detergent, it seems to help kind of get all the gunk off every once in a while. And Barbicide, I don't know what it is about Barbicide, or Hydrocide, whatever it is you want to call it. That stuff, it just shines up your razors like after you dip it in there for 10 minutes or so. Since we've got such a large panel today, we will try, maybe not everybody will get to answer every single question, but we will kind of bounce through and try to get to, because we've got a lot of people asking questions here.
Oh, before we go on to that, Rico, can I just say something real quick? Does everyone have headphones in? Because I'm hearing feedback. I'm hearing like ghost tracks.
Yeah.
I started to hear that too. That's why I threw on headphones. I don't really like to have them, but yeah, I got them on now.
Yeah. It's just feeding back otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
right.
put some on too.
I'll put them on.
Bring me the questions.
Yeah. So we got a question here on G Plus by a Bradley Kirkendall, which is a pretty good question. What was the first ever soap scent and brand any of you used? And we can do this just kind of real fast popcorn, and we'll again start with you, Arlie.
Parasso in the green tub.
Parasso in the green tub. Con, how about you, sir?
Parasso White and Palmolive shave cream that's available here in Australia.
Okay. Douglas?
Testing. First ever shave cream / are we talking about in wet shaving terms or just shaving?
Quick answer, Douglas. Quick answer.
What was the first ever
Douglas,
soap scent and brand? I guess wet shaving. I mean, why not?
Probably like Urban Cowboy or Burt's Bay Rum when we're talking about brush to soap, wet shaving style.
Alrighty, Marty.
And it was shitty.
Say it again. Top sensitive. All right. Nick.
Taylor of Old Bond Street, Sandalwood.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
No. Actually, I always get that one confused. True Fit and Hill, but
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't like that one. But
Oh. That's okay.
I know. I'm now on the outs. David, what do you got?
Tobacco. That was my number one.
Nice.
Tobacco is awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Can we just have
when I first
some
started.
housekeeping, gentlemen? Sorry, some housekeeping. Apparently, Marty cannot be heard by our audience. We're having some audio experience. We're experiencing some audio problems with Marty's feed.
He is sometimes muting his mic because he was
I
shaving.
see.
So.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I could hear you. I even heard his answer.
A deaf man could hear him.
And for me, there was a company at one point in time called How to Grow a Mustache. They were really awesome,
Oh, man.
and I
Never heard of them.
used this one called The Beach, and it was awesome. It smelled like the beach. Pretty great stuff. So thank you, Bradley, for that question. Con, how about over in the Twitter world? What do we got, sir?
Okay, we've got a question here asking about, are there any wet shaving products that any of you regret purchasing? That was asked by Buster. Yeah, I think that's...
Oh,
are there
I
any
got
wet shaving
one.
products that any of you regret purchasing? Can we keep this answer to under 5 days?
I have a huge one.
All right, here we go.
Actually. So, because it was just really expensive. So from Enchante, the Hydrolast shaving system from Charles Roberts.
We could have warned you.
I know. I was intrigued. Like, he's such a passionate guy with his videos. I was like, a guy, give us a try. I shelled out like almost $90 on it. Could not get that stuff to work worth a crap. Honestly, it was just
Your video, you were trying to be really nice about it on your video, though. I remember
know.
seeing that.
I want to be a nice guy, but man, I just and I want it to work. Anyway, that stuff I regret. It's just don't.
Well, the craziest man on the planet made that damn thing. So what do you know?
Arlie, how about you? This is like a really open-ended, loaded question here.
Tons of product.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from soaps, creams, razors. I can't even keep track of it all.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of just stuff. Nope, don't like it.
Yeah. I guess I would have to say Proraso Red, maybe. I just wasn't fond of the scent. But
I
mean,
love
the performance was good, but I just wasn't fond of the scent. How about you, David, real quick?
Actually, no. I've actually been really lucky. I started out doing these videos, and people send me a lot of like soaps to try. I haven't bought any like real big purchases without really seeing what other people thought of them. So I've been actually lucky. Don't really have many bad experiences.
Marty, anything?
For me, I have no regrets because every sentence in this.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's better to regret something you tried than something you didn't try. And since everything in wet shaving seems to be a sample anyways, if you don't like it, you can flip it in 10 minutes in the forums. I say
Yeah.
try it all.
I also think blades are probably the biggest ones because there are so many blades that are just not good. And I'm trying to think what it was. Oh, Merkur blades, I think. I did not enjoy those at all.
Vashkods don't work good for me. Vashkod blades don't work good
Yeah.
for me.
But this is like this. We could go on and on about this one. Con, we've got what's going on in Twitter. Uh-oh, what is this? American Crew.
How cryptic.
Don't do it.
I don't know what's going on here. There's like we gotta stop in action.
Yeah, don't do it. I know a lot of these creams are meant to be smears rather than something that you build on your face with a brush. But that, for me, building a lather with a brush is part of the whole sensual experience. So for me, if it's not gonna build a lather, if I can't build a lather with a brush, then it's not for me. So yeah. And there's a lot of these products on the market anyway, I guess. A lot of these schmeary creams.
Yeah, and it's the boutique stuff like that, Con, where you'll go in there and the person's trying to sell it to you. I don't know if they work on commission or not. And you'll be like, does it work with a brush? And they're like, yeah, oh yeah, you brush it right. They've never brushed it on their face in their life. And you walk out of there thinking you can brush it on, and no, it is. It's hands only, hands on.
We got a real quick question here on G Plus for David. Real quick question. It says, so David, you like the blade feel. Have you tried the Icon Tech?
Oh, first off, just so anybody that doesn't know, with the S2 razor, I could not feel the blade on my skin. I struggled to feel if it was cutting at all. So I like the little bit more aggressive razors that actually I could feel the blade on my skin. I actually have not tried the Icon Tech. I seen somebody comment on my last video about the Icon Tech, and I've actually never even heard of it. So I planned actually this week to actually research what exactly the Icon Tech is.
Yeah, okay. What do we got over in Twitter?
Okay. Over in Twitter, we seem to be the overwhelming majority of people that are commenting on Twitter are talking about Marty's sound. I have to say, they can't really hear him. They can't hear Marty. So that's one.
I'm getting that a lot.
Of the things that we're hearing here a lot.
Like
you guys aren't missing anything. You're not missing anything.
Okay, Balms in.
Nothing he is saying is that damn exciting anyway, so we're okay. You're better off for it.
Okay, the old chestnut aftershave balm versus aftershave splash.
All right.
Do you guys prefer balm or splash? I think this is a seasonal question, to be honest. And if I may start, I'll say that usually in the cooler months, I tend to go for the balms, unless of course there's a very light balm that I can find for the summer months. I don't want to be putting balms on my face in the summer months per se, but I really enjoy aftershave splashes. I just enjoy the whole feeling, and then I may or may not, depending on the season, finish with a balm.
Yeah. Arlie, how about you?
Splashes.
Splashes?
And, yep, primarily PAA.
Yep.
Excellent choice.
Great choice.
Nick, how about you? I know sometimes it's like a seasonal thing for you too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a seasonal thing for me. In the winter I absolutely put a balm on every time. In the summer I can often get away with a splash, but my life has changed a lot recently. So I get to the hotting, and I'm just early at that time of day to get in a shave. So I've turned into a night shaver over the past year. So when I'm shaving at night, I really don't put on too much of like a heavy splash, just because I'm going to bed. I don't need to smell good while I'm in bed per se.
Yeah.
So so I've just been going with the balm. But
hey, if you've been married a while, it helps, dog.
Yeah.
It can only benefit you. If you're not in a rush to go to sleep, it's magical.
Maybe I should start rocking the nighttime splashes. Maybe that's my problem.
Probably should.
All right.
Nick, is it also because the fact that you're working in the hospital that you're not putting on splashes during the day or whatnot?
Yeah. So in the morning, if I'm going to like clinic, I definitely put on like a splash. But if I'm going to the operating room, you're not supposed to be wearing like really perfumes or anything. It's a septic environment, or an antiseptic environment. Let me see.
Sterile environment.
Yeah, so I don't put on anything, but if I do, it's definitely in the mornings. I definitely at least put on something every day as long as I'm not in the operating room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Marty, how about you? And actually, we'll use this time at this moment now, guys. If you can't tweet us if you can hear Marty or not. But so starting now. So Marty, what do you got? Aftershave or balm?
Sign it to us. Sign it.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally love aftershave splashes, but the more I'm getting into this, I guess, hobby, the more I'm learning moisturizing is your friend. So don't be scared, guys. Moisturize your face. How about you, Douglas? Splash or balm?
Balm. Well, the thing is, I do use balms, but I use them at night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
You're a sick man. You are a sick man.
No.
I use aftershaves during the day and balms at night. I like a moisturizer before I go to bed. So it works all night. Something with a soothing scent. I like something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, and sometimes, back in the day, I used to use both of them together. I'd use the aftershave first, then I'd put the balm on over it. But as Con brought up, in the summertime, it's just like too much. Like you can feel it on your skin. It's just like it's heavy. To use a balm during the hot summer months, and that's why I think at night, I'm in Arizona, so I have air conditioning, so it's just a cool little thing. A little moisture blanket, if you will. You slap on your face and let it do its job all night. No one's gonna see me. Put it on thick. I'm not married, so it doesn't matter, right?
So we actually
we've still got. Sorry, gentlemen. We still cannot hear. Our audience still cannot hear Marty.
All right.
Marty, hang up. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Get out of here. Hit the showers.
So we have a quick. It's not really a question, just kind of a comment / question. And I think we already kind of answered that. A guy said, "Why not?" It was Carl Hildebrand. He asked, "Why not use both aftershave and balm?" And sometimes I do. I have no problem with that. So.
It'll affect dry down, honestly. If you use the balm first and slap on aftershave or a cologne, it'll dry down faster. In fact, if you have oilier skin too, that affects dry down as well.
Oh wow. We also have.
Yeah, that's my issue. I can't use balms because I have oily skin, so it feels kind of uncomfortable.
Oh wow. We also had a quick comment. I guess this is in regards to what you said earlier, Con, by Bill Harris. He said, "Brushless," in quotation, cream is like decaf coffee. And I would have to maybe kind of agree with that. What do we got over in Twitter?
Okay, we've got a couple of questions, and they're both aimed at Nick. Well, I shouldn't say aimed, really, but here we go. Your verdict on the Plisson. Apparently you did a video. It says here, your verdict on the Plisson. You made a video about it, but never followed up on your thoughts. See, they'll get you sooner or later, Nick.
Yeah, I know. So I got the Plisson maybe 5 months ago. It's a beautiful brush, beautiful handle. I like how it looks overall. Obviously, Chris Bailey loves that thing, so I really picked it up on his recommendation. And, it is a nice brush. I will say that. It's very soft. It's luxurious to use, but that thing is just really floppy. And I like the backbone, That's why I like boar brushes so much, because of the backbone in there, because I'm a face lather, and I think that I can load up more soap and work into my skin better. So overall, I like Plisson. It's a great brush, but it's definitely not the brush for me.
Okay, another question. This is aimed at you, Nick, while we've got you there.
All right.
When you're in the operating room,
do
you fight with the prep nurse to shave the patient?
How do you judge her? Are you like...
I'm like, immediately against the grain. Oh, no go.
No, like micromanaging her the entire time. Like, yeah.
Well, to kind of tie in.
It's become quite. It's become quite the joke with my fellow residents and attendings I work with. When it's time to prep the patient and shave, there's like Nick, do you want this, Nick? Is this your kind of area? You want to take over? So, yeah.
I want to see it in a video.
Yeah. So to kind of tie in with that question, this guy said, I know Nick mentioned he likes boar hair brushes. What's everyone's go-to type of brush? So, Arlie, we'll start with you. Do you have a go-to type?
Two-band finest.
Two-band finest. Is there a quick question, particular reason? What about it do you like?
Plenty of backbone. The tips become nice, soft, almost jelly-like. It's great for face lathering. It's just a great brush all around.
Yeah.
The Plasan's nice. Any of the synthetics, but with those, I tend to almost just paint on the lather compared to actually working a lather on my face. So.
Yeah. Marty, let's see if we got your audio here. Can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear us. All right.
Talking to me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, you froze up on me, so sorry.
Okay. What type of brush do you like to use?
For me, it's Badger. It's between the two-band finest that Brad Sear has, and then the NB White Knot by Nathan Clark. I just like the backbone and the softness at the same time.
Cool. David, how about you, sir?
Anything that has a good balance of backbone and no scritch. I don't like scritch at all. So as long as I could fall into those categories, I'm good.
And Nick, I know you kind of already answered this question, but is it just straight up boar?
I like boar brushes. I don't know. I've been an Omega guy. I really like the Omega brushes.
Yeah, those are nice.
But Semogue, their quality is pretty impressive. They take a while to break in. You gotta really stick with them. But once they're broken in, I think that the overall quality of Semogue brushes is definitely a step higher than the Omegas.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Douglas. Boar.
It's unbelievable. I've been all over the place. Boar brushes were my first love, but they had to be vintage, really broken in. And then it was V-Longs, like the horsehair, really nice. In between Badger and Boar, I find. I've often compared them to George Harrison. Badger being John Lennon, Boar being Paul McCartney, and Horse being George Harrison. Somewhere in between both of them.
So are you saying the Plasan is Ringo?
The luckiest man in the world, and he'll probably outlive everybody. No, actually, that's the thing. Is I've fallen in love with synthetics lately, and I really like. I like a lot of them out there. Well, there's like two that I'm really digging right now. The Plasan style. I don't even own a Plasan, but I own stuff like Plasan apparently. And there's more like the Mule style, like the more backbone. And again, the Plasan I guess would be like the Badger, and the Mule would be like the Boar. In synths. So I'm really falling in love with synths right now, and I think synthetics are, I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. Whatever. It's the future. It's really a scarcity thing, and it's we're gonna have to go to synthetics eventually, or just start buying vintage wherever we can.
Douglas, I'll trade you. I'll send you my Plasan for some soap.
There we go.
I'll send you a brush. Oh, by the way, so we are having a contest tonight. We might want to mention.
Yes.
And tonight,
we're almost done with the show. Good job doing it now.
Well, I'm not going to announce it tonight. I'm just going to go through the Twitter feed and take down names and randomly generate a winner, and they will win a brush. It'll be it'll be a faux unicorn horn. Yeah, Crown King brush.
Nice.
So.
Really cool. So yeah, guys, if you have been tweeting to us, I guess you'll be entered into the contest for a real brush. Even though we said it's made out of unicorn tears, it's a real brush.
Horn.
So.
Unicorn horn. Alicorn.
Unicorn.
Con.
And it's teddy bear hair and a faux unicorn horn. And every week until Crown King is up and running, we'll have a contest with people participating in the Twitter feed.
Really cool. Yeah, very exciting. Con, I know you're a brush guy. Real quick, do you have a preference?
Yeah, I have to say Badger, two-band finest. If I'm going to use a Simpson Chubby 2, it has to be in super. And I enjoy a Shave Mac 177, but these are predominantly Badger brushes. I do enjoy a Boar brush. I'm loving the Semogue 1305. I think that's a great brush, very capable. I like the 800 series in the Semogues as well. Very, very good brushes. But again, you've got to spend time with them. And let's face it, it's time well spent. It's just it's just the way to go. But I have to say that I use synths as well, and I use the Mueller, and I've used the Plisson as well. So look, I just love brushes. I love brushes.
Okay, so it's Mueller. It's not Moulet.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I think it's Mueller.
It's Mueller. Mueller.
It's an ugly name, regardless how you say it.
Hey,
You would think somebody in that office would have figured out that we have the most hideous name in wet shaving. We would have changed that crap a long time ago.
Well, they are.
it's German.
Yeah,
Come on.
It must have been somebody's grandmother's name or something like that.
Respect my German heritage.
So
As he rubs his bald head.
Oh, Jesus, you're in our military. Good Lord.
So Con.
Hey, guys, I actually kind of have a question for the group.
Yeah, go for it.
With, again, a lot of people are saying that Plisson style knot. With some of the bigger lofts and just these different vendors that have very similar synthetics to the Plisson knot, do you guys feel that the Plisson itself, the Plisson synthetic brush, is going to go obsolete? Because I personally am not a big fan of the Plisson brand size and density, but I do have a 26 millimeter Plisson style knot that for me is just worlds greater than the original Plisson.
What's the
What do you
handle
guys
look
think
like?
about
Dave? What's the handle? Because the handle really makes all the difference in the world to me with any brush.
Well, I have a custom one. A gentleman by the name of Tim Lee, the owner of Speedy's Wood Shop. He made me one. It was a custom resin handle, nice, thick. It's probably as comfortable of a handle as I've ever used. But I just generally feel that the knot doesn't bottom out on me. And that's something I really appreciate. If I could get a nice face lather going on without it being completely pressed against my face, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And these other Plisson style knots are starting to deliver that. Every bit as soft as a Plisson, but again, it doesn't bottom out. They're thicker knots. They just feel more durable and a little bit more natural to me because I do prefer natural hair, but a lot of these synthetics coming out are starting to check boxes in different categories that the Plisson missed.
Yeah, no, because they're competing. There's competing companies and manufacturers out there now, so they're only going to get better and better, and that's why I say they're the future. I mean, we're going to run out of badges and boa and all that jazz. Like they're only going to get better and better. And out of curiosity, how long did it take Speedy to get that brush done?
Man, it took him like a day, probably less than a day, and he had to send
What's
out
your name?
Tim Speedy Lee. He goes under Tim Speedy Lee or Tim Insanity on YouTube now.
Oh, okay, I know Tim Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
he's
delay
a really
in my
nice
voice.
dude.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Let's jump on over to the Twitter world and see what's going on over there.
Ricola.
Okay. Well, but what do we got here? People are asking if Charcalis will be on the show. Well, that's a decision that needs to be made.
We don't need to worry about Charcalis right now. Charcalis is
right.
actually going to be here in California. I'm going to be picking up tomorrow from the airport. So Charcalis will be here tomorrow, and I imagine the good old balls will be on the show eventually.
Yeah, we'll have Marty
ball.
on at some point, or
There goes
we'll
California.
have Peter on at some point in time. What were you going to say, Con?
I said, there goes California.
It's going to be a blast.
So,
I'm gonna run
question
amok
for
over
you,
here.
Con.
Yeah.
A guy said, "Hey, Con, did you try shaving with all the snow?"
Did I try shaving what, sorry?
With all the snow.
I think it's snowing here as well right now as we speak. There's a light dusting coming down. No, I did not shave with the snow, but I didn't shave out in it. Yeah, what's that? Okay.
All right, let's see. Sorry, we got a
Oh,
weird.
Paladin. I think that's where St. Paul, the island St. Paul was been.
Paladin.
Paladin. That's where he was sent to.
Yeah.
I think it was St. Paul.
So, does everybody have headphones in real quick?
Yep.
I
Yes,
do.
I do.
All right, it just might be a delay. I'm not really sure what's going on.
I do.
The echo's crazy. You're freaking me out, Con.
Yeah, the echo's freaking me out. So,
Arlie.
from a guy named Gluck Huckelson.
I know Gluck.
What's the most important in your shave, hardware or software? And Arlie, we'll start with you, sir.
Repeat the question, please.
Sorry, man. I think this is across the board. I'm not really sure why it's what's the most important in your shave? Hardware or software?
That's a hard question. I think it's a combination.
You can't have
of
one without the
everything.
other.
If you don't have a great lather, you're not going to have great lather. You're not going to have a good shave. You need to have a sharp blade. You need to have a proper brush to whip up a good lather. So it's a combination of everything, really.
Yeah. Marty, how about you, sir?
Quiet, Douglas. For me, it's definitely the soap, that kind of aspect, because a good, slick, quality soap can make up for a bad razor.
It's your phone, I think, Marty.
Yeah, we'll see what
Echo.
Well, then I'll punch out, and if it gets better, we'll know, and I'll just see you guys next week.
No. I'll right back. I just think it's going back.
All right, how about you, Nick?
I'm gonna have to go with the software because once you get your hardware dialed in, the daily focus when you're in the shade is the software. Man, this echo is killing me right now. I can't even think.
Sitting here, it's like, what is going on?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if it's me.
You guys are not professionals. We should be able to work through.
It was Douglas.
It was Douglas.
Oh. And again,
Douglas is the culprit. There we go.
And now we have a show.
all right, Nick. So what were you going to say?
So anyway, I really do think it's the software. For me, once you have some hardware dialed in, you get a good razor with a good razor blade in there. The daily focus and the shape for me is really getting that awesome lather going, getting a good, slick, protective lather. So really for me, it's the software.
Yeah. Let me
I'm
see.
curious.
I have to agree, man. You could. There's a lot of cheap stuff, like really cheap, quality, inexpensive razors that you could get a damn good shave out of, as long as you got yourself a kick-ass lather. So I prefer the software.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to say software, I guess. That's a really complicated question. So, Con, we got anything going on in Twitter over there?
Yes. Echo.
Yeah, I know.
Echo. It just goes on and on. People
Okay, guys, we're running out of time. We need to stop focusing on that.
Hey, no, I just want to know, people on Twitter, can you hear an echo, or is it just us that hear this?
Yeah.
Oh, they can.
Yeah. Well, do you guys think we should just call it a show?
Yeah.
Well, since we only have 5 minutes, guys, totally apologize about the echo. This is just something we got to deal with, I guess. Doing a live show. But I do want to thank our guests, Arlie and Nick. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. Really awesome to have you guys here.
Of course, I hope to be back again in the future.
Sure. Really have you guys.
Yes, when we fix all these damn technical difficulties, please.
Yeah, and guys out there in the G Plus and Twitter world, I apologize. Technical issues, but thank you guys so much for being on, participating, asking us questions. If we did not get to your question, I apologize. We'll try to get to your question. Remember, you can get to us at WS Roundtable. Tweet to us your questions or on G Plus. And stay tuned next week. Hopefully, we'll have all these technical issues out of the way. But we appreciate your time. Hope you guys are having a good one and a good shave. Talk to you later.
Wait.
I just want to say we'll announce next week the winner.
What the hell was it? This ending was a freaking disaster. I just want to tell you guys. Good Lord.
Wait, are we still alive?
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, we are. We're all going to be fired. I don't even know who's going to fire us, but we're all going to
It's Douglas's fault.
I would blame
Man.
What is this?
It's my new juice company.
Oh.
I just started a new vape company. I just wanted to get that in there.
Giving a
Into
little
the contact.
Well, there you go, folks. Thanks for being with us.
And if anyone would like to get in contact with us, contact shaversroundtable.com.
All right.
It's horrible.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.